He's a social media sensation, saving street dogs all around the world.
I love that, social media sensation. Please welcome dog rescue activist and author Niall Harbison to the 6 o'clock show.
Hi, Niall. How are you?
How are you?
It's great to catch up with you. I mean, you're on an incredible mission. I'm sure a lot of people know what you're up to. But for anyone who isn't aware, give us a little bit about your story.
Well, I save street dogs in Thailand. I'm trying to, in my lifetime, half the population of street dogs there. Started off with just a couple, but it's kind of exploded over the last year, and do everything from feeding to sterilising to rehoming street dogs.
Wow.
You provide food for over 1,000 dogs a day in Thailand. You also do so much more. The dogs that you actually rescue are in such bad condition. How do you process and deal with that?
Yes, tricky, because I mean, I've seen dogs that are shot, poisoned, like a lot of road traffic accidents, obviously, but it's tough. Like the one thing that keeps you going is the ones that you can save and you can rescue. Like you can go to work, if you want to call it that, and you'll save a life that day. So there's the good times are really what keep you going, and seeing dogs in their forever homes is lovely.
Yeah, of course. You've got a new book out now, Tina, The Dog Who Changed the World. Tell us all about it.
Tina was, I found her on a chain. It was in my early days, and she was up in the sort of jungle, and the chain was about that long, about a yard long, and she was living in her own mess, and she was a golden retriever, as you can see. And
Just looking at her now,
yeah, she was skin and bones, and she nearly died. I messed up the first night. I was like, I didn't know much at that stage, and I was like, God, she's so thin, I'll give her a big meal. And that's the worst thing you could do, because it's a thing called reef-feeding syndrome. It nearly killed her. Because her stomach just exploded, and she nearly died. But built her back up, and she turned into the most beautiful golden retriever you could ever imagine in our little sanctuary. And wonderful, wonderful dog. Like you've never met a kinder, more beautiful dog. She never looked back once in her life. She just enjoyed everything. But sadly, 4 months after rescuing her, I got a call one day, and she just got better. And she had kidney failure. So I was told she only had 6 weeks to live. So I just spoiled her rotten and tried to make her life make up for all those years that she missed on that chain. So I took her on the moped and swimming and everything. So she did die, but she changed my whole outlook on life. I was already saving dogs.
I mean, you could see the change even in her eyes, you know, from how you carried her, brought her right back up to life. Something like that it's priceless now. It is.
But then you lose her as well, is really sad. So it was very emotional. But dogs don't really look backward. They live in the moment. Yeah. So she taught me to just go out and smash it and enjoy every day and just be positive.
She left a legacy behind. I mean, you're naming a hospital in her honour, opening a hospital in her honour, aren't you?
Yeah, we're treating dogs in there already, and we've got a huge hospital being built, and we sterilise dogs, which is neutering. And so I do all the work in her honour and try and make sure that dogs don't suffer like she did.
Do you ever look back and just see how much you've achieved? Or you've a massive goal, which you will get to. We have every faith, but you know you've done so much already. Still, do you ever look back and just realise how much you've done already?
No, because I'm like, you see so much suffering. Like you do a lot, but it does. Like once you see a dog that has been shot or injured, like you just think about the next one. So I'll do it when I'm 70. I'll sit there. If I'm lucky enough to live that long, I'll sit down and look back at it. But there's too much to do.
Work to do.
Yeah, there's too much to do, exactly.
I quite like that. He's a man literally on a mission. In this book, you've also dedicated a whole chapter to your recovery. Why was it so important for you to do this?
Well, I was not wasted, but I was an alcoholic for 25 years and suffered from depression and anxiety, and still do a little bit of anxiety and depression, but nothing like it used to be. I would have been in my 20s dancing around probably to Faithless, off my head, or, you know, totally out of it. And I lost that. I was miserable, you know. I was in media, corporate world, and I just didn't enjoy it at all. And it took going to Thailand. I actually ended up in hospital in ICU for 4 days because I tried to drink myself to death, but failed, luckily. But that was the scare that I needed, and I've been sober for 4.5 years since. So it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
And you've now created an amazing community online. We called it social media sensation. You've got a following of 1.3 million people. Does it ever surprise you just how many people are on this journey with you?
Yeah, it's weird because I literally do it on my phone, and I like being away from people. I like just being with the dogs. And it doesn't, like, I share it, but when you're on your phone, it doesn't feel real, you know, even though you see comments and stuff like that. It's since I came to England last week in here, and people are stopping you in the street, and I'm like, oh, these are real people. Like, it doesn't, it's just, you said something before, it was like, it's like somebody else's life, or just, I'm discombobulated when I meet people. It doesn't feel real at all.
Well, one of those people on the journey with you is the icon that is Liam Gallagher, who actually reached out to you in regard to him adopting his dog, Buttons.
Yeah, it's mad. Like, the little dog we saved her, beautiful Buttons, and she... we got we have an application form online, you know, like Google Forms, and somebody applied in there, and I saw the name Liam Gallagher. I was like, oh, it must be common enough, you know, like the singer or whatever. And then I saw the next line is occupation, and it said singer. I was like, oh, it's why my mates back home are taking the piss. Like, there's no way it's Liam Gallagher. And then we went through it. It turned out it was actually him. So I was like, what do we do? Like, do we like a Zoom interview, like normal? Or, you know, we have to vet him and check him out. And it was him. He came on. And I thought, I was like, oh, it's the wife, Debbie, or the partner, I think it is. She's obviously wants the dog, and she's dragged Liam into, you know, a bit of, you know, clout to get the dog.
Of course.
But then he came on and he was like, oh, how are you doing? How's, you know, Tina's a great dog. He knew every story. So he'd been watching.
A true follower.
Yeah, and I was there, and I was like, Jesus, this isn't real. Like, this, it feels, but turns out they adopted the dog, and fantastic supporters. He did a tour and donated his like stage, like so many things for us. So it was totally surreal.
Amazing. Niall, thank you so much for joining us on 6. Please give Niall a round of applause. And Niall's book, Tina, is available now online, and this is the line I can't say all day. And of course, in all good bookshops as well.